started this segment about a year ago because at the time the country felt more divided than ever. But a year later, the truth is, things are worse. This past week, at least a dozen packages with apparent pipe bombs were sent to prominent Democratic figures, from former presidents to donors and members of Congress. Immediately, there were calls for civility from both sides. And while at this point we should welcome any call to be civil, frankly, those calls keep coming too late. The time for civility was before bigots marched on Charlottesville and killed an innocent girl. The time for civility was before a Republican lawmaker was shot while playing baseball. And the time to call for civility was long before those pipe bombs started showing up in the mail. It's one thing to call for civility. That sounds nice, doesn't it? It's another thing entirely to be civil. This week, after the first pipe bombs were discovered, a state senator from North Carolina running for re-election wrote this on Twitter. "It feels like our divisions are growing deeper each day. So let me just take a moment and commend my opponent on running an honest, positive campaign. She's a good person and deserves your consideration." He then provided a link to his opponent's campaign site. Now, I'm not suggesting that politicians help their opponents get elected. Let's be realistic. This country has always had political divisions, and we always will. And political differences are part of a healthy democracy. But what's happening right now is different. For those of you who are calling on others to be civil, it's time that we stop looking at everyone else but ourselves. We can't control what other people say and do. And the last thing this country needs are more empty, hollow calls for civility that come too late. Because if a dozen pipe bombs aren't enough to wake us up, then I hate to think about what will.
All right, 10:46 is the time. Let's get another check on our weather, and you got to bring that